And a very good evening, everybody, as we are live here in the Wells Fargo Arena as we get you set for our State 1A coverage, as we will have 10 area wrestlers in Class 1A taking the mats tonight in first round action, and we will have our first round consolation match as well tonight. We hope we don't have to have any of our area wrestlers in there, but we will be here if we do. Zach McCool, Roger Reed along with me, and guys, we've seen 2 sessions so far. Class 2A got it kicked off. I think we had 3 area wrestlers go down in Class 2A. Class 3A, the Western Dubuque Bobcats wrestled and lost 2 wrestlers, as we are set for Class 1A, and it should be just as good tonight, Roger.
Well, I agree totally, Jamie. We're going to have some great matches, some very important first-round matches here. And we're going to start it off with Brock Henderson taking on Josh Jordan from Iowa Valley. But again, it's the same thing here. You got to win the first match to stay in the tournament, and that's what we're after.
That you do. We're going to take a break as we have our national anthem. We'll be right back. You're listening to State Tournament Action right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH. And we are back in the Wells Fargo Arena as we are underway, and we've got Brock Henderson going at it. He's up 2-0. Brock Henderson from North Lynn. He's a freshman, 35-4. He's taking on Josh Jordan from Iowa Valley Marengo. He's a junior at 32-12. A quick takedown out there for Henderson, and 30 seconds left in this first period, and Henderson riding.
Well, Jamie, Brock Henderson did exactly what he needed to do. You know, that's getting out and getting it started right. He got in, he snapped down, he spun around Jordan. And Josh Jordan, the junior, 32-12 from Iowa Valley, spun around, got the 2-point takedown. Now he's working for a pinning combination. He's got a chicken wing locked up on the left side. That's going to step around the head of Jordan. He's going to pick up some back points here. Our officials looking for some points. There's Brock Henderson with the chicken wing. 4 seconds left to go in the match. And he's going to run out of time, but that's a 3-point near fall. Oh, they just gave him 2. Well, I'm not sure. That looked like a 3-point near fall, but they gave him 2, so he's going to go up 4-0. He's got the red leg band on, the maroon, the lynx singlet, maroon singlet with the white belt around the middle, the white lynx right across the shoulder blades. He's wearing the red ankle band tonight. It's going to be Henderson's choice. He's going to defer over to Jordan, and Jordan is going to go neutral. And back to action we go. The young freshman from North Lynn making a go of it here at the state tournament. Jamie, we saw Brock Henderson wrestle earlier, and we were very impressed with him. And he's had a fantastic season, 35-4, finishing 3rd at that very tough Benton Community Invite that first weekend in January. So he's got his spurs. He's earned his spurs. So he's up 4-0 right now, neutral. 1:21 left to go. Henderson doing a nice job now, working the head of Jordan. Josh Jordan from Iowa Valley Marengo, the Tigers, coached by Jeremy Striegel. Former coach Joe Loftus retiring from wrestling at Iowa Valley. And Striegel taking over. There's a nice sweep single by Henderson. He's got the left leg wrapped up. Got the left leg of Jordan wrapped up, and he's going to pick up 2 on the edge of the mat. Outstanding job there by Henderson. He's going to pick up the 2-point takedown and go back to center. All right, 49 seconds left to go. And Henderson's going to take a 6-0 lead now. And he's riding Jordan again. He's got the chicken wing on the left side. Let's see if he can get the job done here. He's cranking Jordan to his right side. And Jordan pulls his base underneath, pulls his knees up. And Henderson's got to go back to work. And Zach, that's a good job by Henderson to get that wing, but he's got to bump him forward to take him back to his belly.
Yeah, he still has Jordan sitting there in his base, and it's very tough to turn him over onto his back when he's still in his base. Looking to get that far wrist so he can get him back down.
So 10 seconds left to go. Henderson doing a nice job riding that chicken wing on that left shoulder, applying a lot of pressure forward. And they're starting the 113 class, so we're going to have Gannon Cook from East Buchanan up shortly. He'll be taking on Jared Hensley from Bedford Lennox. He's a freshman at 35-1, so we'll have to make sure that we spy the Cook is in the bottom half of the 113 bracket, so it'll be nice to get Henderson's win here and then go right to Gannon Cook from East Buchanan, Winthrop, home of the Buccaneers. All right, third period. Henderson up 6-0. Jordan's choice. He's going to go down underneath Henderson, and I was surprised that he took down Zach after Henderson's done such a nice job controlling him up on top.
Yeah, you know, he really hasn't done anything impressive on bottom, so hopefully Henderson can sit here and get some more back points, keep working that wing, a lot of pressure forward instead of letting him up on his base.
Well, you're exactly right, and here we go on the chicken wing now to the right side, and we're going to get a stalemate. Wow.
He was just getting ready to run that.
Got a chicken wing, and he calls a stalemate. That's exactly what Coach Larry Henderson up off his chair said, hey, give him a chance to run it. Can't help it if Jordan is going belly down. There's a nice stand-up by Jordan, a back trip by Henderson. He goes to a tight waist with the right. He traps that left wrist around the stomach, and he's got a chicken wing loaded up. Now a tilt by Henderson. Got to be careful pulling somebody on top of you. Zach, you talked about that earlier. You know, those tilts are great as long as you don't pull them on top of you and lose control.
You always like to see, you know, your wrestler as a coach put it forward just like he is right now, is moving it forward instead of pulling it back on top of your body.
And he gets a little high with it. And again, Jordan tries to limp arm out of the left wing and off the edge of the mat. So with 50 seconds, the freshman from this freshman from North Lynn is on his way to a first round win here. And North Lynn has two qualifiers here. At the bottom, 106 Henderson, and at the top, Kyler Schott. They're both freshmen. So outstanding job. Two freshmen from North Lynn qualifying here. 34 seconds left to go, third period. Henderson again working that chicken wing. And I'd like to see him throw a far side half on there, Zach, and Jamie to try and throw him to his back.
Did Jordan pick down in this third period? Or did Henderson go on top? I can't imagine that he would want to go underneath Henderson the way that second period went. And he gets an escape now, but with 15 seconds left. So if that was his decision, it definitely wasn't a good one.
Well, he scored an escape, but with 3 seconds left, Jordan in on a long single. We're going to get a stalemate. No, we're not. We're going to get the end of the period. So Brock Henderson will advance with a very fine, very solid 6-1 win. So he will have the winner of Jordan Schmitz from Don Bosco or Skylar Solko from Alter Aurelia. I imagine that would be Schmitz.
Schmitz is up 7-3 right now on mat 3.
Okay, Jordan Schmitz is up 7-3, 7-4 now. 7-4, so with 10 seconds left, it looks like we'll have a Brock Henderson, Jordan Schmitz quarterfinal round match there. And I believe, Jamie, those two wrestled at the Benton Community Invite with Schmitz winning a very close match with Henderson. Henderson's wrestling very, very well right now, so I'm thinking he's probably looking forward to the rematch with Schmitz.
And up on mat number 4 now, we're going to have Gannon Cook from East Buchanan. He's a freshman at 24-11. He's taking on Jared Hensley from Bedford Lennox, who's a freshman at 35-1. So two freshmen going at it here. And this is kind of down here at the state tournament. You got two kids that are freshmen under the big lights for the first time. We'll see which freshman comes out on top here.
Well, Hensley, 35-1 out of Bedford. And Bedford's got a very fine program down there. I'm not sure what their schedule, who they wrestle. A few years ago, they qualified for the state duels. So they've got some good tradition down there with Bedford and Lennox put together. So quality individuals there. But Gannon Cook, East Buchanan, wrestles a very tough schedule. So we'll see if the freshman from East Buchanan, that's going to be a 2-point go behind by Hensley. And he goes right to work with a cross-body ride. Zach, we've talked about. I tell you what, if you get a guy with real good with the legs, that's really frustrating to wrestle.
It is. It's very hard to wrestle a kid that can throw in the legs and do about any move that he wants to with a lot of pressure forward on your head. Makes for a long match.
Well, it certainly does. And Gannon Cook, belly down. Now he gets his base up, and here comes a cross-body ride by Hensley on the left side of Cook. And you know, EB very good with the legs also. So this is probably just like practice to them. There's a switch attempt by Cook. He's trying to go behind. He's trying to go behind Hensley, but Hensley reaches up, grabs the right arm. He might have a guillotine. He's got Cook in a guillotine. and Cook slips the arm out. No back points. Boy, that could have been deadly right there, Zach.
That was very close of putting Cook on his back right there. Left his arm on the mat for that guillotine move. Luckily rolled through it.
Well, he got his arm back. He could have went flat to his back, and that would have been it for Gannon Cook. But it's only 2-0 right now, so he's still in the match. But Hensley, I'm surprised Hensley hasn't gone back to his feet as easy as that first takedown was on Cook. But, you know, Cook doesn't mind right here. He's burning some clock right here. And it's only 2-0. Here comes a crossbody right again by Hensley on the left side, again of Cook. And Cook is going to try to switch Hensley. 5 seconds left to go, and we're going to go to the second period with Cook down 2-0. Buccaneer fans, so he's in the match. We'll see what he's got left for these second 2 periods. Flip of the disc, and it looks like it's going to be Cook's choice. Let's see what he decides to do. He's going to defer over to Hensley, and Hensley will choose down. Now, Jamie and Zach, we talked about this. You know, if you're behind, you know, I think if you're behind, you want to try to put yourself in a position to score some points. You defer over, and you give that opportunity for that guy underneath to build the lead even bigger.
Oh, you do, and you know now you got that opportunity, and he's going to come right up as Hensley, and he's going to pick up a 1-point escape. So now it's 3-0. So Gannon Cook is going to have to go back to work on his feet here.
With 1:46 left to go, Hensley with a shot out of bounds, and back to action we go. There's a snap down by Hensley. Cook's really got to get going here, circling. Hensley's applying a lot of forward pressure. He's working the edge of the mat. It's making Cook back up, and we're off the edge of the mat again. 1:34 left to go, second period. Jared Hensley from Bedford Lennox up 3-0. 35-1 coming into the state tournament, trying to go 36-1. Gannon Cook having an outstanding end of the season run here, 24-11. There's a fireman's carry by Cook. Didn't get in quite deep enough, didn't set that up, didn't create any motion with it. There's a front headlock by Hensley. He's going to hit a go behind on Cook. That's a 2-point takedown. It's now 5-0. So Gannon Cook in a little bit of a hole. There's a switch now by Cook. Let's see if he can finish it. And he doesn't get the job done. Nice job by the freshman from Bedford Lennox to re-switch Cook. Once he got the corner there, he didn't kick his leg free, but he's still trying to hit that switch. Hensley with the cross body right in on the left side. Might be some back points right there. Official looking close. 45 seconds left to go. Second period. The clock is ticking. Gannon Cook needs to get some offense from underneath. Hensley's done a nice job right in the legs so far, and controlling the hips, controlling the arms, controlling the head of Gannon Cook. 31 seconds left, and let's get a stalemate here and get a restart. Neither wrestler doing much of anything on the mat. Hensley now is going to kick his leg free. He's going to he's going to circle to the head of Cook. He's got that right arm scooped, and Cook does a nice job burying his head, so Hensley can't throw him to his back. Here comes a crossbody right again. I'm noticing Gannon Cook's head is down, Zach, and it's pretty hard to win a match with your head down.
Yeah, it's very difficult. A lot of pressure takes a lot out of you as a wrestler. Always got to wrestle with your head up. Try to get that pressure off of your head.
Third period, Cook is going to go back down underneath. So he's got some work that he needs to do here to get back in this match. 5-0, you know, you're a switch and a roll, or you're a takedown and a throw from getting back into this match, but Hensley has been very tough on top. Cook has had zero offense from any position. There's a hard cradle now by Hensley from right to left, hard crossface, and Cook does a nice job straightening his body out, but here comes a cross body ride by Hensley one more time, and Cook tries a roll through. I like to see Cook try to get his hips up. He's trying that switch, but Hensley's done a nice job blocking him off.
You'd like to continue to see Cook not leave his arm behind when he hits that switch. I think he's got a better chance, just like he did right there. Didn't leave it behind, but never gets his hips up.
Well, I almost had that switch one more time, but Hensley followed him through, and now Cook scoops the left leg as Hensley tries to come to a cross body ride. Now Cook's got the the left leg of Hensley up in the air. Cook's going to pick up his first point, and they're going neutral. 102, you got time for a throw here. There's a high crotch by Hensley. He's going to cut across to a double. Cook's going to sit on his right hip and try to throw a far side half Nelson. in on Hensley and score some back points. Cook could get a takedown out of this, but his hips are way low, and Hensley's going to slip his head out, cover the hips of Cook. That's another takedown. It's 7-1 now with 38 seconds left to go in this match. On deck, up next for us will be Jared Coyle from Maquoketa Valley. He'll be taking on Michael Olson from Lake Mills. Senior Coyle taking on a freshman from Lake Mills. 20 seconds left to go. Hensley up on top, right in the legs once again to Gannon Cook. And Cook now up. Let's see if he can score from here, and he's leaving that arm behind again, Zach. Well, it makes it pretty easy for Hensley to scoop down and to scoop that arm, and then when he's got that arm, you know, you're a three-legged table, and usually you're going to fall where you don't have a leg.
You know, Roger, we keep seeing the same thing from each kid that we continue to cover is a lot of the same mistakes over and over again. Head on the mat, you know, not moving your feet, leaving arms and limbs behind for easy guys that are at the state tournament to create some points and create rides and things like that to make it very difficult for you to win a match.
That's right. You know, the guy with the head up usually is going to win the match, and that's a 7-1 loss. Gannon Cook is going to get tossed to the backside, and he will take on the loser of Jose Montes from West Sioux Howerton, who's 36-10, or Brian Cochran from Moravia, the sophomore, at 41-3. So a tough comeback for Cook, and we'll try to spy that for you. We'll try to have that for you. Not sure who's winning that match, but we'll try to get that up for you as soon as we can. So Gannon Cook from the East Buchanan Buccaneers will lose his first match that he's wrestled at the state tournament. Good experience, but again, now maybe he's got the bugs out, the jitters out. Now you've got to refocus like we talked about this morning and this afternoon. You got to refocus because in about an hour and 15 minutes, you're going to be back on the mat in front of all these people wrestling in a do-or-die situation. You win, you stay in the tournament. You lose, you got to go home. Well, they haven't started calling the 126-pounders up yet, so we will take a short break and send it back to the station. Janelle Tucker there running the board for us tonight, and we'll wait for Jared Coyle to come up. So stay with us. We got more action for you from the 2014 State Wrestling Tournament from the Well on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into the Wells Fargo Arena as we are set first round Class 1A. As we have Jared Coyle is on deck coming up here in just a little bit. So we will have Jared Coyle for you, and then right after that we will have Sawyer Amling taking the mat for the Edco Vikings. And guys, we've seen it. We saw it last year. We've seen it so far this year. This first round and these kids, even anytime down here at the state tournament, you see kids leaving it all on the mat. They win, they get excited, and they have every reason to be.
Well, that's what it's all about, Jamie. You know, your goal is when you start the season, one of your goals on your list is to beat the state meet, qualify so you can wrestle here at the Well. And, you know, we have a whole bunch of people that have made it down here. And they're wrestling, they're giving it everything they've got because, you know, really there are no tomorrows. You don't win today, you don't get out of today, your season's basically over, and if you're a senior, your career is basically done. Well, Jared Coyle, go ahead.
He's going to be up on mat 6. So.
Okay, right in front of us. The red mat with the white rings around it, and Michael Olson from Lake Mills. Jared Coyle having a fine season, 45-5, and he's hoping to go home with another state medal. He's been a very good wrestler for the Maquoketa Valley coach Tim Andrews and the Maquoketa Valley Wildcats, and he's won a lot of matches. 45, this is his 51st match. Here comes Olson out on a headlock, and Coyle is going to be thrown to his back. There's a headlock by the freshman from Lake Mills. And again, Jamie, you just talked about that. Wrestlers with nothing to lose. And the freshman from Lake Mills tossed Jared Coyle to his back. Coyle is fighting for his life. We're 135 into the match. This would be devastating for Jared Coyle to lose this match. But I'll tell you what, the freshman is working hard on top. The freshman is in great position. Coyle is in a high bridge trying to keep that right shoulder up. He's trying to create some distance, but a reverse half Nelson. Coyle tries to roll through, and that gives Olson a chance to recover, to readjust, to reset. And I'm telling you what, the senior from Maquoketa Valley is trying to roll out of this. He's going to turn his head down and turn his chest down, and he's going to try to work his way out of here. Boy, I'll tell you what, devastating almost, and the senior shows some experience and a lot of strength right there, a lot of heart, a lot of guts, and he's going to score 1 point. Now we're going back to our feet, and it's a 5-1 lead, so Jamie, you called it right there.
Yeah, you get in a match like this, and you never know what's going to happen. And like you said, the experience of Jared Coyle might have helped him there and got him off his back, but he's got some work to do now.
Yeah, and the freshman coming in from Lake Mills thinking, we talked about throwing caution to the wind. There's a 2-point takedown, so now the score is 5-3. So Coyle has fought back. He's now back into this match, 5-3, and he gets up and takes a big breath. He was just fraction of an inch to being pinned.
Roger, this is exactly what we want to see, though, is a guy that gets down 5-0, gets thrown to his back, gets out right away, gets a takedown. At least it keeps him close in this match, gives him a chance instead of, being devastated. He got thrown to his back. So we'll see Coyle do a nice job of trying to get back in this match.
I'll tell you what, he better keep his head in good position because Olson was wrapped around his head again and trying to pull Jared Coyle underneath. So Coyle's going to have to keep that head in great position through the rest of this match. First period over, Coyle down 5-3, but he's back in the match. It's going to be Olson's choice. Let's see what Olson's going to defer over to Coyle, and Coyle's going to go down. Good choice. Back to your feet, you get one. Excuse me. You get one, then get another takedown. Now you're up 6-5.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully this is what we see out of Coyle. Shoot right up. Don't take any time off the clock, wasting it on bottom.
Well, there's the whistle. Short sit by Coyle. He's going to sit out and face Olson. Olson's going to latch onto his head again. I'm telling you what, Olson trying to hit that headlock again, and Coyle does a nice job keeping that head tight. He's got the right leg of Olson up in the air. Now you got to finish it. Yeah, you either got to finish that or let it go. Coyle reaches down and picks up that, tries to pick that knee up a little bit higher, and he's going to cut Olson. Olson's going to cut him loose. That's going to be 1 point for Coyle. It's now 5-5, so he has clawed back into this match with 2 escapes and a takedown. It's 5-4, but I'm telling you what, you got to keep that head in great position. Here's another wrestler wrestling on one knee. We saw that in our Class 3A. Coyle doing a nice job there, and we talked about that, Zach. Just bull rush him, snap him down, and spin. Coyle did that, picked up 2. Now he's got the lead.
That's the one thing you have to do. You either have to bull rush him, or at the same time, you have to continue to just really put a lot of pressure on him.
Well, Coyle's going to take up now. We'll see if he can continue to ride out for the next 1 minute. Again, caution now for Coyle for starting out of position. You got the lead now. It's not the time to sit on that. We talked about 1 point. 1 point is not enough to win a match here. There's a sit-out turn in by Olson. Once again, he grabs the head of Coyle, and he's going to pick up a 1 point escape. We're tied at 6. So just like that, we're back tied at 6s. 49 seconds left to go. Coyle needs a takedown here because it's going to be Olson's choice to start the third period. That's Jared Coyle right there. He's going to he's going to bull rush Olson again, slap him to the mat, pick up 2, and Olson goes to that short sit and grabs Coyle's head, and Coyle has to pull him off the edge of the mat so he doesn't get thrown to his back one more time. 8-6 now in favor of Jared Coyle. A wild and crazy first round match. And just like Jamie talked about, Zach, 29 seconds left. Short sit by Olson, and Coyle's going to cut him loose. Olson now drops right down to that left knee. And boy, a go behind. Coyle's going to try to hit a go behind. And here's Olson going to try to headlock Coyle again. This time Coyle rolls through. It's going to be a 2 point takedown for Coyle, and they're going to go off the edge of the mat with 8 seconds left. Boy, Michael Olson kind of waits for you to hit that go behind, and then he's ready to grab your head and throw you.
Right now, Roger, that's the only thing Olson's looking to do is grab head, roll, look for that headlock. I guarantee it, out of his 33 wins, a lot of those are probably pins from headlocking or hanging onto somebody's head and throwing them to their back.
The way he's wrestling, probably 32 out of the 33 are. The 33rd win was probably a 4-foot. You didn't have to wrestle somebody. No head to grab there. Well, there's a 1-point escape for Olson. It's 10-8 now. And again, Coyle just kind of let him go. All right. We're gonna go right into Sawyer Amling as they're calling him up. There's a nice job by Coyle. Go behind, picks up the 2, 12-8. Now he's gonna cut Olson loose. Zach, if you're wrestling a throw or somebody that's as good with the headlock as Michael Olson is, you got to stay with that low level and certainly don't tie up with him and give him an opportunity to get close and grab your head.
Absolutely. I think it's also Coyle's best interest of letting him up because he does. Once he gets on bottom, he likes to roll, find a way to get that head. So he's staying away from him, taking him down with ease right now. So I would stay after this, stay low, continue to snap, shoot.
1 minute left to go, and it's a Coyle 14-10 lead. And now Olson trying to get close enough to Coyle to grab his head. And Coyle doing a nice job keeping the freshman at bay here. I'd like to see Coyle. He doesn't need to take a shot here. You know, he's in a good square stance. There's a long shot by Olson. Coyle trying to hit a go-behind on him, and Olson squares him up. 38 seconds left to go. Olson drops down on that left knee, and Coyle gives him a shove. And we're going to get stalling against, I don't know why we're going to get stalling against Coyle. Olson's down on one knee, just moving in a circle. You know, that puts Coyle at a definite disadvantage. Now Olson back up to both feet. 19 seconds left. Jared Coyle doing a great job keeping Olson at bay now, controlling hands. And with 12 seconds left to go, Jared Coyle looks like he's going to survive this match, you guys, after he got thrown to his back, inches from being pinned. There's going to be a stalling warning, but you know what? You can take a warning right there. It's going to be a 14-11 win. So a bit scary, but a 14-11 win. And Jared Coyle will move on in that bracket, and he will take on, looks like Brady Rudin from Wilton. We'll check that out for you. I'm telling you what, Rudin is 47, 48, and
yes.
1.
Rudin won by fall.
Okay, so a tough match for Jared Coyle. That's next round with Brady Rudin from Wilton. Well, we've got Sawyer Amling right on the same mat number 6. So we'll see if that mat is as good to Sawyer Amling as it was to Jared Coyle. And that's the senior experience there, Zach. You know, he got in that headlock, didn't panic, worked his way out of it, and I'll tell you what, he's going to move on the front side, and that's the whole goal.
That's a great job by him fighting off his back, and with a minute 50 left in the first period, he did a nice job of fighting off his back.
Well, we have Sawyer Amling taking on a very good Derek Bailey. He's a senior from Maple Valley, Anthony Odo, who's 42-3 coming into the tournament. But Sawyer Amling is 31-2. He's been ranked in the top 4 all year, Sawyer Amling has. So he's going to have to prove his ranking right here. Sweep single by Amling. Now he's got to get it up, cuts across to a double. And a nice down block by Bailey. And Amling's head is posted to the mat right now. And Bailey is going to try to hit a go-behind on Amling, but Amling's controlling that that left arm. There's a go-behind attempt by Bailey, and Amling's going to block him off. Amling back in on a shot. Fireman's carry. Kelly, Amling can pick up some big points right here as Bailey is sitting on his hip. Amling's going to step over and scoop that left knee and pick up the first 2-point takedown. That was huge right there, Zach. Good job by Sawyer Amling.
That was very big. You know, Bailey is big, strong-looking kid. Very nice job by Sawyer Amling getting the 2-point takedown right away.
Well, we're off the edge of the mat. We got to go back in and tell you what, Amling is up on top. And you're right, there is a definite size advantage. They're both 138 pounders, but Bailey is he must tip the scale right at the 138.9 on the scale. I guess they get some growth allowance right here, so over 140 pounds. 1-point escape by Bailey. And it's 2-1 now with 35 seconds left to go. Amling in on a double. Let's see if he can make this work. Around the waist he goes. Bailey trying to high leg over. Amlin's going to throw Bailey, and Bailey rolls out of it, but it's a 2-point takedown for Sawyer Amling. So here we go. Another takedown, 4-1 lead for the junior from Edco. I'll tell you what, try to make the best of this state meet experience and get himself on the front side. He can go home and go back to the motel, get a bite to eat, rest and relax a little bit. That would be outstanding for Sawyer Amling. First period over. Great period for Sawyer Amling right there, you guys. Great period, Jamie, for Amling.
Roger just peeking in. Carter Happel with the fall in the second period over Brett Karstens from Coon Rapids Bayard.
Well, so we're not going to call, we got some fans up in our area that are related to Carter Happel, so we're going to give live updates on Carter Happel. Might not call any of his matches live.
It was a quick fall, so we didn't see it, but you had some requests to cover him, like you said, and he picks up a fall in the first round, looking for that second round matchup with Hunter Washburn.
Yeah, that will be the fourth time, I believe, that those two have wrestled. Third time for sure, maybe the fourth. All right, nice job. Bailey trying a long switch on Amling. Amling doing a nice job going to a tight waist and a chop. He chops that free arm as Bailey left that free arm behind and off the edge of the mat. So we got to go back to the center of the mat and get a restart. Is that Jaron Glosser losing there? Jaron Glosser from Eddyville Blakesburg losing, I believe.
No, that was 132.
Okay.
That was Cody Brown.
That's Cody Brown. All right. All right, here we go. Back to action. Good scramble by Bailey. Nice job by Amling following Bailey. Bailey went to a sit-out, turn-in, stand-up, and Amling escorted him off the edge of the mat. So right back to work we go. Here comes that long switch by Bailey. Amling stays in the deep waist. Got to be careful here. Bailey trying to high leg over on Amling. Amling does a nice job, fantastic job of keeping his hip up. Here comes a cross body ride now by Amling. He puts it in on the right side of Bailey. Bailey up now trying to shake Amling down. 44 seconds. Amling now trying to scoop. Here comes Bailey on a switch. Amling's got his hips posted to the mat. Got to be real careful here. Scramble situation by Amling. That's going to be a 2-point reversal by Bailey. So Amling's got to cover up. It's 4-3 now with 27 seconds left to go. 27 seconds left to go in the second period, and Amling's going to hang on to a 4-3 lead. Bailey now working a ball and chain. He's got the left arm of Sawyer Amling trapped between his legs. Now we're going to get a warning against Amling. You know, guy's got a ball and chain. I'm not sure how much you can move there, guys. Sawyer Amling gets dinged for stalling with 10 seconds left to go in the period. We're going to go to the third period now. And it's a 4-3 lead by Amling. I think Amling needs to go neutral. Amling needs to go neutral here. And he's had his way with Bailey on his feet. Not on the mat, but on his feet. So you got a 1-point lead. You've been warned for stalling, and you got to get going. There's Amling in on a low single, and he's got Bailey sitting on his backside. He's going to cut across to a double. Bailey's going to try a long switch. Amling's going to cover him up for a 2-point takedown. Great job by Sawyer Amling. He's going to go up now 6-3. I'm telling you what, when you get in trouble, Zach, you might as well cut him loose and wrestle him on your feet.
We've been talking about that this whole state tournament so far. Is, you know, if you're having trouble with guys switching, guy getting out, rolling you, you might as well go to your feet if you're having your time with him. You know, taking them down with ease on your feet. You know, you have chances of getting reversals, easier points, reversals. Might as well get to your feet and make them really earn 2 points.
Well, you're exactly right. There's Bailey trying to grab the head of Amling. Amling doing a nice job keeping that up. Amling now traps that left arm. He's got it trapped around the waist of Bailey, and he's going to try to plant that left shoulder. Great job by Sawyer Amling. Here's a place you just want to stay right now. You're in a great position. You're off the hips. You're looking for some back points. You can burn some clock. You can be aggressive with that arm. You've got Bailey out of commission, so to speak. You're under a minute now. 57 seconds left to go. Third period. Sawyer Amling hanging on to a 6-3 lead. And I'm telling you what, you got to keep moving. Amlin with a tight waist. You don't want to get called for stalling right here. And again, you want to continue wrestling. 44 seconds, third period. Amlin up 6-3 and riding tough. He's got a tight waist with a head lever. He's off the hips of Bailey. Get him out to the side. Work a chicken wing here. Work a tilt. Keep the tight waist on. Keep hip to hip. Keep your pressure on top. Now you're going to get stalling against Amlin. I'll tell you what, that brings the coaching staff from Edco to their feet.
Wow.
I don't like that call one bit. You had a tight waist and a head lever, and you're off to the side. You get called for stalling. Now, if you're Amlin, you might want to let him go here. Long switch by Bailey. Bailey trying to tie it. Amlin trying to hit a neck wrench on Bailey. 18 seconds left to go. It's 6-4. You don't want to give up the reversal here. Amlin with a hard whizzer. Bailey in on the right leg of Sawyer Amlin. Bailey now trying to come to the head of Amlin. 7 seconds left to go. Amlin hanging on to a whizzer. He's got the right leg trapped inside the left leg of Bailey, and that's going to be a 6-4 win. Sawyer Amlin, outstanding match, winning 6-4. And I'll tell you what, that was an outstanding match. Outstanding match, gentlemen. And Sawyer Amlin, a smart match, wrestled to his strength, and he won the match.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a very nice job controlling that match on his feet. Continue to work on top a little bit better next round, but he did a very nice job of controlling that entire match.
Well, he will take on the winner of Taylor Lehman from Clarion Goldfield or Lane Rummelhart from Guthrie Center. And right now, that match is underway on mat number 7.
I think they have that wrong on track. It's 3-0.
3-0 in favor of Lehman, and there's 59 seconds left to go. So Lehman is from Clarion Goldfield. He's a senior at 32-5. So he's up right now on Rummelhart, the junior from Guthrie Center. It's 3-1 now. Well, our next wrestler up will be Jet Kewins, the Starmont Star. He'll be taking on a very tough Tucker Black from Eddyville Blakesburg, who is 40-3. Right now, they have not called up the 145-pounder. So
They just started.
And let's see where Jet Kewins is. He's at the way bottom of the bracket. He's the last match at 152. So we'll have probably 4 or 5 minutes here, I would say. So let's take a break. We'll send it back to the station. Janelle's got some weather for you. And then we'll be right back with Jet Kewins. Stay with us. You won't want to miss any more of the action from the Class 1A 2014 state tournament from the Well on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into the Wells Fargo Arena. We have Jet Kewins coming your way right now. As Jet will be up on mat number 1. And I believe he went to the wrong mat.
Did they call him on mat 8? I think they call him on mat 8.
Oh, did they? I thought they said mat 8.
Mat 8.
I think Black went to mat 1.
Yep.
Kewins went to mat 8. So Jet Kewins up against Tucker Black from Eddyville Blakesburg.
Well, they both have similar singlets on. Starmont putting on their black singlets with actually their gray singlets with the gold stripes up the side panels. And Eddyville Blakesburg has their gray singlets on with the Rocket Big R across the back, or across on the front with the EB across the back. Tucker Black coming in here at 40-3. Kewins having a very fine season at 36-9. And we are ready to do battle. Again, Black in on a single. Kewins trying to whizzer that down, but Black gets that lifted up off the mat. Kewins doing a nice job fighting it up, but that's going to be a 2-point takedown for Black, and Black's going right to work on the right arm of Kewins. Kewins up to a short sit position, trying to work some hand control. Tucker Black with a tight waist with the left, inside wrist with the right. 1:33 left to go. We can see the clock now for a little bit. Can't see the score, but we can see the clock. Tucker Black has got the red leg bands on, so he will be visitor on the scoreboard. Kewins with the green leg bands on. There's a nice short sit by Kewins. Off the edge of the mat they go. Good movement so far. Good movement by the senior from Starmont. And Tucker Black, a very stout opponent there. There's a Tilda point. Tilda tilt by Black. There's a nice hip ice by Kewins. Kewins is going to pick up a 2-point reversal on Black. Black comes right to his feet. Kewins with a lift and trying to hit a return, and he's going to cut Black loose. And now a shot off the whistle. That's a good job there by Jet Kewins. Kewins, he picked up the reversal. Black picked up the escape. There's a drop single, sweep single by Black. Kewins trying to hit a headlock on Black. Bad position for Kewins right now. I think Black's going to try to slip the head. Now Kewins goes back over the top of the left arm of Black with a whizzer, with an overhook now. Black with a front headlock on Kewins. Black going to cut the corner. No takedown yet as Kewins came right back to his feet. Black drops down on a double. Now a 2-point takedown for Tucker Black. Good sequence of moves there, Zach, by both wrestlers.
Yeah, absolutely. They're both trying to get after it. Just 2-point takedown, and it's a great movement. This is what we like to see in matches.
Well, Jet's doing a nice job. He's not holding anything back. He didn't have enough pressure in from Black to hit that headlock, and Black was doing a nice job keeping his head down. But nice idea by Kewins. What better, you don't have anything to lose. You're not favored to win this match, just like we saw Olson and Coyle wrestling. Olson came in with nothing to lose and hit Coyle with a headlock. Kewins is good with the headlock. He's got some throws that he can hit. Right? You've got to have the pressure to do that. So over to the blood table they go. We're waiting for 160-pounder Steve Huber to come up. They've just started calling the 160-pounders. Steve Huber from Maquoketa Valley will be taking on Callan Schmelzer from Southwest Valley. He's a senior at 33 and 2. All right, we got the blood taken care of. 9 seconds left to go in the first period. Kewins is going to get dinged for stalling, or not stalling, the caution starting too soon. There's the whistle. Kewins coming right back to his feet. Stand up by Kewins. Hard whizzer. Black's going to drop in on a double. Kewins has to cover up, and our period expires. That's good movement by Kewins.
I think he's bleeding again.
Black has to go back to the blood corner there. And I'm not sure that was it. He must have just had to take the cotton out. Well, I thought the period was over. There must be 9 seconds left.
I think 19.
19 seconds. Okay, Jamie. Again, we had some very fine people get that scoreboard in perfect view for us, and now it's blocked again. 5-2 lead for Black. Black now working a chicken wing on the right side of Kewins. And again, with 5 seconds left, you don't want to give up any back points. And that's going to do it. First period over. Good period, a lot of action. It's going to be Kewins' choice. He's going to defer. See, Kewins is down 5-0. Kewins
5-2.
Yeah, 5-2, and he deferred over. I would like to see him take his choice there, maybe get an escape, cut it to 5-3. So now Black's going to get a 1-point escape, and it's 6-2. Black right in on a single. Hard whizzer by Kewins. Kewins is going to try to step that right leg down. Black is going to try to drop in on a single. Kewins hits him with a little throw. Now another throw by Kewins. That might be 2. Off the edge of the mat they go. And you can see that looked like a 2-point takedown there. Oh, Coach Munger out of his chair, and he'd like to have a 2-point takedown. You got to watch Coach Munger getting a little close to our referees there.
Roger, you're exactly right. Kewins got some great throw attempts right there. He hit 2 right off different throws. Doing a very nice job of creating something and make something happen.
Well, he's doing a good job, and he's not holding anything back, and he's competitive. He's competing here, and Tucker Black's bleeding one more time. And I like what Jet Kewins is doing right now. He's got Tucker Black defensive minded right now, and if he can keep Black out of that single and keep working on his low shots. Kewins has yet to attack a low-level shot, but he's been doing a good job being defensive on the shots of Black. So we're going to stop the blood time, and Black is over visiting the Iowa State trainers. We have some tremendous trainers here. I think we have Steve Huber on mat 4. We certainly do. So Zach and Jamie, you guys might have to spy that match. It's 2-1 in favor of Steve Huber over from Southwest Valley, that's Callan Schmelzer. So 20 seconds left in the first period, and Steve Huber getting the job done for the Wildcats.
And here's Schmelzer in on a shot, 14 seconds. Nice job by Huber as he's going to go to a front headlock. And now a throw-by attempt. He's going to dive in on the legs. Got to be careful here. If Schmelzer could hit a spladle there, but Huber's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Or excuse me, that was Schmelzer with the 2-point takedown. They both have the same color headgear. So it's going to be 3-2 in favor of Callan Schmelzer as we go to the second period.
And you might as well stay over there because Tucker Black's got to go back. I guess he's not going to the blood corner. So another takedown, a low single by Black. Kewen's now down 8-2. But I still think he's within reach here. I think he's still within the grasp of winning this match if he can get a couple of those big moves to go his way. But I think Black has kind of figured that out. Zach, he's doing a better job of sagging.
Yeah, he knows exactly what he's trying to hit on him.
We start the second period on our feet over on mat 4, and there's Schmelzer with a takedown on Steve Huber. It's going to make the score 5-2, 125 left to go in this second period. So Huber's got to go back to work and come up here from the bottom.
And Tucker Black on top of Kewen's. Kewen's trying to get to his feet. A hard, tight waist. Now a head lever by Black. Chicken wing on the right side now. Kewen's belly down. Can't see the clock, but that must be it right there. Second period over. It's going to be Kewen's choice to start the third period, and he's going to go neutral. I'm not sure if that's where he wants to be. Jamie, was there a fall? I think Steve Huber was pinned.
Yes, 2 minutes and 58-second fall for Callan Schmelzer. So Huber will get bumped to the backside. 2:58 the fall time there, so Huber will move to the backside. He'll take on either Skylar Rilling from Woodbury Central or Caden Dahl from Linville-Sully.
Kewens is going to go neutral to start the third period, and another low shot. And again, Tucker Black is doing what you talked about earlier, Zach. If you're facing somebody that's going to throw, they're going to attack low level, and Tucker Black's been very efficient with that sweep single.
That's exactly right. Great wrestlers here at the state tournament know exactly that's what they have to do on a thrower.
Marcus Sigworth from Central Elkader up 5-3 on Henry Hagelin. Sigworth came into the tournament only 17-4. So Marcus Sigworth trying to get the job done for the Central Elkader Warriors. They are wrestling. They co-op their program with MFL Marmac for about 4 years. And we're going to get a warning against Black for stalling. Central co-op with MFL Marmac, and now they've gone back to having Central wrestling. And Marcus Sigworth, state qualifier, and he's up right now 5-3.
I think he won 5-3.
I think he's going to win. We'll keep spying Marcus Sigworth as he goes through. We've got some listeners on the north end. We'll keep updates on that. So Marcus Sigworth will advance weight class 160 with a 5-3. Tough win there, but a win indeed. There's an escape now by Kewens. Kewens to his feet. And Tucker Black's going to lose that cotton. Tucker Black's going to lose that cotton. And he's going to walk it over to the blood table, and now Kewens has some blood on his forearm, so we've got to get it wiped off. Well, our next match will be at 195 when this Kewens match gets over. Our match will be at 195. Tyler Hoffman from East Buchanan taking on Tyler Larson from Nashville Plainfield. So we'll have a little bit of a break here. They're at 170, just calling the first 170-pounders up. All right, back to action we go. There's Kewens now trying to hit Black with a headlock one more time. And again, he's got to create, that's a 2-point takedown for Black. He's got to create some pressure with that. Good idea to try to hit it, but you can't just grab a head and sag with it, Zach. You got to push, pull, get a pull back or push back, and then try to set that up.
Yeah, you definitely have to get pressure back in order to throw. Can't just throw from anywhere and from a distance. You got to continue to keep that pressure.
And Kewens, it appears, will have the loser between Gable Verschoor from Woodbury Central Mobile or Noah Huber from Hudson. He's a sophomore at 36-12. Kewens trying to get back to his feet. Our towel boy is out, and that match is going to be over. It's going to be a 12-3 win for Tucker Black. I'll tell you what, that's a solid match. That's a good match for Kewens. Kewens Kewen should take a lot of confidence into that next match. I know it's a loss, and he doesn't feel very good about it. But you know what? He went toe-to-toe with Tucker Black, and close on a couple of those throws. You get a couple of those to go your way. You get one to go your way, and it's a 5-point move, and then maybe you're in the match. But regardless, Jack Kewen's put his best foot forward here and took out a very good Tucker Black, losing 12-3. So we will see him on the backside. And again, taking on the loser of Verschoor from Woodbury Central and Huber from Hudson. And we'll have that for you here in just a few minutes. Well, we've got a break now until the 195-pounders come up. We'll have Tyler Hoffman from East Buchanan. He's at the bottom of the bracket at 195, so we'll have a 5 to 8 minute break here, I would imagine. And then we'll go bang, bang, bang. We have Tyler Hoffman at 195, Ryan Parmley at 220, and then we'll have Kyler Schott and Tyler Yankovic from the Coconut Valley, Schott from Northland, going. So it'll be short time after that. So stay with us. We'll have more action for you from the well. Class 1A wrestling in progress, the 2A state tournament on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into the Wells Fargo Arena as Tyler Hoffman will be up for the East Buchanan Buccaneers. And Hoffman for East Buchanan is going to be taking on Tyler Larson from Nashua Plainfield. He's going to be on mat number 3 is the senior Buccaneer.
Tyler Hoffman, East Buchanan Winthrop, Tyler Larson, Nashua Plainfield.
Yep, mat number 3. Thank you, Jamie. So Tyler Hoffman, undefeated, going after win number 42. He's 41-0. He's going to take on Tyler Larson. He's a junior from Nashua Plainfield, 37-11. Larson has yet to show up to the mat, but I think he's coming right now. Tyler Hoffman, I'm telling you what, has had a wonderful summer. Doing a lot of wrestling. He did not play football, gentlemen. He's working on his wrestling, and he won that early junior national tournament at the Unidome. And tell you what, he's done an outstanding job, and he has one mission right here, and that mission is to be on the podium, in the top rung of the podium on Saturday night. Finished 3rd last year here. He drops right in, goes to a low single on Larson. Now he's going to step in between the legs of Larson and pick up a 2-point takedown. Now he's working the head of Larson. He's up on top of far side half Nelson. He's still inside he's got his left leg inside. Now he's going to kick his leg free. Official down there looking close, and Tyler Hoffman being very physical right now on the plainsman from Nashua Plainfield. 129 left to go. Larson from Nashua Plainfield hanging on to the left leg, or the right leg of Hoffman. Hoffman underhooks Larson right now, and he's wrapped around the head. He might pull Larson back on the mat. He's got that cattle catcher loaded up and ready to launch Larson, but Larson finds the edge of the mat, and they have to go back to the center. Our 220-pounders are just starting, and we will have from Coconut Valley Ryan Parmley. He's 48-1. That one loss, gentlemen, was to Tyler Hoffman early in the season. So Tyler Hoffman with another takedown right there. Nice double leg takedown by the senior from East Buchanan. Got in there deep, Zach, finished it, and did not give Larson an opportunity to counter that shot.
That's what you want to see, is deep shots and finish right away. No sitting around, no head on the mat, and that's exactly what Hoffman did.
Now he's got a cross body ride in. 33 seconds left. He's only up 4-1, but he's been dominating this match so far, and he's got the cross body ride in on the right side. He goes cross face from right to left, hooks that left shoulder of Larson. Now he's going to pick up some back points. Not going to be a pin here, but he's going to pick up 3 near fall on the tilt. And Tyler Hoffman getting warmed up here. 10 seconds left to go, and he's going to get out. He's going to get behind and try to hook up a drive cradle with 3 seconds left, and he's going to stack Larson up, and that's going to do it for the first period. Tell you, a couple more seconds, that would have been a slap the mat fall. All right, Hoffman's choice. He's going to go down. No hesitation there. He's got the green leg bands on, so he's going to go down. He's up 7-1. And I'll tell you what, Larson trying to lock up a cradle on Hoffman. Hoffman grabs that left arm of Larson, and here you go again in 2-point reversal by Hoffman. Hoffman's got some back points here. Our referee was way out of position to call the back points. Far side half Nelson by Hoffman. That got a 2-point near fall, but it could have been 3. Our referee was out of position there, Zach. I'm not sure he knew what Tyler Hoffman was doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Tyler Hoffman was doing either. It came out of nowhere. Now Tyler Hoffman's got Larson on his back pretty tight and gets the fall.
Yeah, that's Tyler Hoffman. He's going to win by a fall in 2:35. Win by fall in 2:35. So he's off to a good start. So Hoffman will advance on the front side, and he will take on the winner of Matt Montgomery from Lisbon and Wilson Solozano from Panora Panorama. And we'll see what that score is. Montgomery is ahead right now, 2-0. And I believe in the Tri-Rivers Conference, Hoffman has a win or 2 over Montgomery. So Hoffman will be a favorite to win that match if Montgomery continues to score some points against Solozano from Panorama. Well, at weight class 220, we've got Ryan Parmley ready to take the mat. And let's check out. He should be the next one up on deck, or next one up on the next open mat. That is match number 1101. So he should be up, next one up. So while we wait for him, let's talk about his opponent. He's going to take on Sean O'Neill from St. Albert Council Bluffs. He's a senior at 39-7. Parmley wins that. He will have the winner of Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center or Cody Shope from South Central Calhoun, a senior at 25-4. So Parmley sitting on a very, very good side of the bracket. On top of the bracket, you have Vinny Harvey from St. Edmund Fort Dodge, who's 33-0. Then coming up at 285, we've got 2 area wrestlers. Kyler Schott, the freshman from North Lynn at 32-14. He'll be taking on a physical specimen. Jamie and Zach and I saw Landon Paulson warm up with his brother. These are 2 twin brothers from Woodbury Central, the Paulson brothers. Landon is 30-0 right now. His twin brother, I don't know what his name is, but they're 2 twins. And one wrestled, mat number 5, Parmley's up. But there's 2 Paulson twins. One wrestled in the dual tournament yesterday, and the other one's wrestling right here in the individual tournament. So Ryan Parmley up on mat number 5. And he's sporting a very short haircut in the state tournament, a little bit different. But that's okay. Sean O'Neill from St. Albert Council Bluffs, 39-7. He knows how to win some matches. I'm telling you what, if Ryan Parmley is on his game, Zach, he's very tough to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. For myself, I see Parmley making it to the finals here as long as he wrestles his matches. Tough go around his last few state tournaments here. We'd like to see him get to the top of that podium.
Well, we certainly would, and he drew a very good side of the bracket. There's no undefeated wrestlers on his side of the bracket, so a great opportunity for here to come in here and have an outstanding state tournament. He's only a junior. He's been close many times, and just couldn't quite get the job done when he needed to. Just underway here. Tell you what, undersized O'Neill from St. Albert's. He looks like he could be about 195-pounder, so Parmley will have the size on O'Neill. And we'll see if that size advantage will pay dividends. There's O'Neill. I tell you, don't get in the throwing match with Ryan Parmley. O'Neill went to a double underhook, and I'm telling you what, he's gonna get a ticket to ride here.
Ask Vinny Harvey about that. We saw that last year. Parmley was down and came in and lateral dropped Vinny Harvey to his back and got the fall.
That was after Vinny Harvey had beaten Parmley, I think, in the first round.
And I think he was. Well, no, that was in the.
That was.
I think that was in the front side round. I think Harvey came back and beat him later.
Oh, okay. I know they wrestled twice. There's Parmley, 2-point takedown, nice double leg. Actually, it was a single. He switched over to a double, and then he set O'Neal on his backside, covered him up. Now Parmley doing a good job forcing the pressure. Parmley has wrestled very few matches this last. I think he only wrestled one match in the conference tournament. I think he only wrestled one match in the sectional, one match in the district. So, Zach, hopefully he's had enough work in the practice room with Tyler Yankovic to be in good enough condition here to wrestle some tough matches.
Yeah, that's what's always nice is having a room full of tough guys that are state caliber kids. As you see, Parmley's got him on his back now in a cradle, getting back points. He's at a 5 count right now.
And he could get the fall here. He's doing a nice job pinching his elbows together, and he's going to pick up 3, and he's going to let O'Neal kick free. Now he takes a 5-0 lead with 25 seconds left in the first period. So out to a good start. Out to a good start is the junior from Maquoketa Valley. Another cradle. Now he's going to throw O'Neal to his back. Almost had that cradle too tight as O'Neal rolled out of it. 9 seconds left to go. Parmley showing a little bit of strength here. Very powerful lower body and very, very good hips. Lively hips for the junior from Maquoketa Valley. 5-0 lead. First period in the books. Parmley's choice will defer over to O'Neal. And O'Neal's not sure where to go. His coaches aren't sure where to go. He's going to go neutral. I'm not sure O'Neal wants to go neutral. Not a good sign. You're exactly right. Not a good sign at all when your coaches don't know where to put you. So just underway here. Parmley with the hard collar tie. O'Neal with the retie. Parmley snaps O'Neal's head a couple of times. O'Neal drops in on a fireman's carry at Kelly. Parmley's going to launch him right here and take O'Neal to his back. Our official better get over there because this is going to be a fall for Parmley. That's a fall right there. In 2:23, the junior from Maquoketa Valley will advance, winning by a fall in 2:23. So he will advance, and he will have the winner of Cale Crowder from Guthrie Center and Cody Shope from South Central Calhoun. And right now on the scoreboard, that match is 0-0. We do know Tyler Hoffman's second round opponent. That will be Matt Montgomery from Lisbon. So we will see a Hoffman Montgomery match in that quarterfinals on the front side. So Kyler Schott being called up now, I believe, on mat number 5. So back to back, and then we'll have Tyler Yankovic, and then our first round will be over. And then our first wrestleback, Jamie, you'll have to help me with our first wrestleback.
We don't have many, I don't think. I believe it's Gannon Cook at 113.
That will be our first wrestleback.
And then we'll have Jet Kewins at 152, Steve Huber at 160.
Okay, so that's a good sign when you don't have many wrestlebacks. That means your area wrestlers have done a great job. So Kyler Schott taking on Landon Paulson. And we got a bird's eye view of the Paulson brothers down there when they were warming up. This is a junior. He's 30-0. His brother is 28-0, and they have alternated during the course of the season. One wrestled in the. I'll tell you what. There's a throw by Schott. Schott not backing down from the very large Paulson. The throw by. I'll tell you what, a definite size disadvantage there.
Consolation round wrestlers, 106, 113.
Paulson very heavy from the waist down. He looks like if he got on a good weight program, looks like he might be able to carry all of 285. But he's a little bit disproportionate. There's a double underhook and a 2-point takedown by Paulson. Paulson's going to lift up Schott, try to bring him back in, and a Schott's got a heavily bandaged right knee. And he's going to have to get a reset. Paulson's going to go up on top. That's just, that's a pretty solid takedown. Tell you what, How'd you like to be a running back, Zach, running behind those Paulson brothers?
I would love that. That'd be great.
You feel pretty secure. You could just kind of hide and wait for him to open up a hole. Then you could kind of pick where you want it to go. There's an inside wrist by Paulson. He's going to try to curl that out. Inside wrist on the left. Kyler Schott. Kyler Schott trying to keep that left shoulder. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of pressure right there. Paulson's going to scoop that left arm, go around the head of Kyler Schott. And I'll tell you what, Paulson's got Schott on his back. This could be a fall right there. Paulson's going to try to tee out. There it is in 102. Kyler Schott will lose by fall in 102. So we will see him on the back side. And he will have the loser of Bryce Brown from Sigourney Kyoto and Garrett Johnson from Panorama Panora. So the going does not get any easier from the freshman from North Lynn, Troy Mills. I'll tell you what, Paulson moves to 31-0 with a fall. Well, we've got one more match, and that's going to be Tyler Yankovic. He should be the next one up. He's going to be taking on Cody Thompson, mat number 7. All right, mat number 7, Cody Thompson. This is going to be an interesting match, gentlemen. Thompson is from Grettinger-Terrell. He's a junior at 41-3, so an outstanding record for the young man from Grettinger-Terrell. But Tyler Yankovic is going after win 49 against no defeats, Zach. So you got to think Yankovic's going to be favored in this match.
Yeah, that's right. He's like you said, we're at the state tournament. Anything can happen. So you got to come out here, get after it, do what you've been doing all year long, and stay on the front side of the bracket.
Well, Tyler Yankovic, the big barrel-chested 285-pounder from Maquoketa Valley. I'll tell you what, he's got a short, stumpy, short, squatty body. Thompson from Grettinger-Terrell, so we'll see what Tyler Yankovic. Again, he's suffered from not many matches this last part of the season also. I think he only had 2 matches at the conference, and I think he beat Kyler Schott in the conference final, I believe. And then same thing in the sectional and then at the district. So not many matches. That didn't seem to affect Ryan Parmalee. Here's a double underhook by Thompson. He's got Yankovic out of position. He's going to try to launch Yankovic. Yankovic's got an opportunity for a headlock, and he's got to back out of that. So I'll tell you what, the Thompson from Grettinger-Terrell, no hesitation at all against the much bigger Yankovic.
We talked about it before. We'll talk about it again. He's got nothing to lose. He's not favored in this match, you would not think. So he's going out and getting after it.
Yeah, he's working those double underhooks on Yankovic. So we'll see what Yankovic decides to do here. Yankovic's pretty explosive for a big guy. I think he could probably shoot a good single with the head to the inside. Again, Thompson set on going upper body. He's got Yankovic out of position. There's a foot sweep by Thompson, and he had Yankovic out of balance there momentarily, and the edge of the mat saved Yankovic. So the junior from Grettinger-Terrell, Ruthven Ayrshire, right there next to the Minnesota border, is down here and means business. So Tyler Yankovic will need to, he'll need to get in his strength. He's working an underhook on Thompson, and Thompson showing a little bit of upper body strength on Yankovic. 42 seconds left to go. There's that underhook by Thompson again. He's got Yankovic out of position. Yankovic feeling very uncomfortable working that upper body stuff, Zach.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. He's sitting there, gotten a lot of forward pressure, putting him in positions he doesn't want to be in.
That's what we talked about, making your opponent feel uncomfortable, and Thompson is just doing that to Yankovic right now. Yankovic very hesitant on his feet to go underneath Thompson. I'm telling you, Thompson is reaching for Yankovic. Now Yankovic with a couple of nice head snaps. 10 seconds left to go. Maybe a duck under by Yankovic. He creates a little bit more motion off that collar tie. I think he could hit Thompson with the duck under. A snatch single now by Yankovic as time expires. I tell you what, I don't think he could have picked up that big leg of Thompson, even if he would have got a hold of it. It's going to be Yankovic's choice. He's going to choose down. Yankovic being tested here. 48-0, ranked number 5, I believe, in the last rankings. Thompson is testing him. There's a nice stand-up by Yankovic. Got back to his feet. Thompson's going to cut him loose. 1-point escape. So Yankovic gets on the board with a 1-point escape. And here we go, back to our feet. Hard collar tie with the right by Yankovic. Retie by Thompson with his left. And a couple of good snaps by Yankovic. Again, Yankovic's working the head, Zach, but he's got to do more with it than just hang on to it and snap it.
Yeah, Roger and Jamie, these are the scary matches. You know, the upper weights, not a lot of points scored. Anything can happen. You know, slip through, you know, a 2-point takedown that wasn't supposed to happen, that does. That's why you got to keep building your lead when you're a heavyweight, because there's not a lot of points scored at these matches.
Well, I think Yankovic is going to get dinged for stalling here. Thompson is on the move. Yankovic is holding his ground, but Thompson is being very aggressive with the underhooks. Now Yankovic goes to work. Yankovic is pushing back now and applying a lot of head. Now Yankovic in on a double, and we found out right there why Yankovic's not going to shoot. Very good hips by Thompson.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Very tough to get through those hips.
That's like hitting a brick wall, and Tyler Yankovic. Now you're going to get a stalling against Thompson. Going to get a stalling against Thompson. Thompson was working Yankovic over the first period and a half, and now Thompson gets dinged for stalling. Yankovic did take a shot. He got the official thinking offensive, so Thompson would get dinged for stalling. We've got 20 seconds left to go in the second period, with Yankovic hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Very precarious lead here. Again, but we've seen some heavyweight matches go to that 4th, 5th, and 6th period through the last half of this season. And second period is going to come to a close, and it's going to be Thompson's choice, and I believe he's got to choose down.
Roger, this is going to come down to a takedown. You should have got it at the beginning of the match, so hopefully, you know, he comes out on top. Big guy, it's going to be tough to break him down here, so hopefully he can ride him out, get some back points here, not have to go to get that takedown.
Yeah, there's a good tight waist there by Yankovic, and he had Thompson going to his belly. Thompson reloads that stand-up, and now quick hop and a jump and a skip by Thompson, and he's out. We're tied up at 1. So here we go, back to our feet. Thompson has been warned. If you're Tyler Yankovic right now, Zach, push. 1:32 left to go. Thompson now with a double overhook on Yankovic. Yankovic with a little throw on Thompson off the edge. That's what Tyler Yankovic's got to do. Force the issue right there. Use the strength, use his hips. And I'll tell you what, he threw Cody Thompson out of the ring there. Sumo wrestling, Zach, Yankovic would have won that match.
Yes, he would have. You know, the thing with Thompson is I don't think he can backpedal very quickly. He can sure go forward, but I don't think he can backpedal very hard. So if Tyler Yankovic gets on the offense and bull rushes him kind of like that, I think he's got a chance of either getting a takedown or throwing him to his back.
They're stalling against Thompson. Yankovic's going to pick up a point. So it's 2-1 now with 1:01 left to go. So a stalling call on Thompson, and we have yet to figure out why, but you know, we're not wearing the striped shirt here. Thompson's been very aggressive with the underhooks, but Tyler Yankovic has been doing a good job holding his ground. There's a low shot by Thompson. Front headlock now by Yankovic. Yankovic's going to snap the head down, and we're going to get a quick stalemate right there. That was a quick stalemate.
I think he called him out of balance, and I don't know how he was out because they were both still completely in. So I don't think he went to a stalemate there. I think he went to out of bounds and got him back to the center.
So there's a long shot by Thompson. Had to take that shot, Thompson did. Nice go behind. Yankovic showing a little bit of quickness there. Now Yankovic is up 4-1. It appears that he's going to win with 22 seconds left. It appears that he's going to move to 49-0. That's a nice job by the senior from Maquoketa Valley. He will join Ryan Parmalee on the front side of that bracket, and Jared Coyle. The Maquoketa Valley Wildcats were 3 for 4 in this round. A nice 4-1 win by Tyler Yankovic. So we will see him tomorrow And he will take on the winner of Joe Ricker from Mount Air, who's 50-2, and Dawson Dalkey from Colin Maxwell Baxter, a senior at 19-13. We'll try to get that for you. On mat number 4, we have Gannon Cook up, gentlemen, and he is behind 4-0. And Gannon Cook is taking on Jose Montes from West Sioux. Gannon Cook from East Buchanan. Gannon Cook from East Buchanan being taken down and being tilted to his back. And again, we're going right back into the wrestle back. So Gannon Cook very close to being thrown out of this tournament. The first casualty of our Class 1A wrestlers. And we've got a headgear malfunction by Montes, and we've got a blood timeout. So Gannon Cook taking on Jose Montes. He's from West Sioux Howerton. He's a senior at 37-11, or 36-11. Again, Gannon Cook, the freshman, at 24-12. So, gentleman, Montes looking very good on his feet.
On deck at 120, Dustin Reed.
And Gannon Cook has some work to do, Jamie Vasky.
He does, and he's going to have to do it quick because, like you said, this is a win or go home here for Gannon Cook, and he's got to come out here and try to recover from. He's down 8-0 here, so he's really got to make something happen here.
So Coach Johnny Meyer there asking the official to clarify a hold by Montes, and official's going to explain it to him, and Coach Johnny Meyer, I'm not sure, agreed with the explanation, but you can question it, and sometimes you got to be very careful questioning it. It's pretty easy to get dinged a team point. There's a nice stand up by Gannon Cook. He's to his feet. Let's see if we get a stalling call against Montes. Montes just holding, and now Montes with the front trip on Cook. And here comes a cross body ride by Montes as he digs it in deep on the right side. Now goes cross face from right to left shoulder. Now a power half Nelson on the left side. Cook again, he faced the legger in Jared Hensley from Bedford Lennox. Now he's facing a legger in Jose Montes from West Sioux. Sit out turn in by Cook. 9 seconds left to go. It's going to be an 8-0 lead by Montes going into the second period. So Gannon Cook's got some work to do, gentlemen. Second period, it's going to be Cook's choice. He's going to defer over to Montes. And Montes is going to go down. So, again, here's the thing. You're Gannon Cook, you're down by 8. I think, Zach, you got to put yourself in a position to score some points, and maybe he feels okay going on top. And I think in a close match, you like that defer, but sometimes I don't like that defer.
It seems to be like it's an automatic thing nowadays with all these wrestlers is a defer if it's your choice. They want to get their choice, and then they defer it right over instead of, like you said, building that lead.
And 1:40 left to go, second period. Cook's doing a nice job riding Montes now, but Montes can ball up underneath there and burn some clock. He's up by 8. Cook's the one that's got to get going here. There's a stand up by Montes. Cook reaches down and picks up a single. Picks up a single leg and drives Montes off the mat. We've got a bunch of winners here. Coyle from Maquoketa Valley with a win, and Carter Happel from Lisbon with a win. Sawyer Amling with a huge win. And our next match will be at 152 with Jet Kewins from Starmont trying to stay in the tournament. He'll be taking on Noah Huber from Hudson. He's a sophomore at 36-13. So a winnable match there for Kewins to stay in the tournament. Crossbody ride now by Cook as we get a restart. He's trying to crank Montes over, but Montes is going to grab the hips of Cook, high leg over, and pick up a 2-point reversal. Gannon Cook now down 10-0 with 1 minute left to go in the second period. So the freshman from EB getting a taste of what wrestling at the state tournament is truly like, gentlemen.
He is, and we talked about that in the other night. This is all you can take away from this is experience, and that's what you've got to do, and that's what Gannon Cook is going to do here.
43 seconds, Montes up on top. He's got the right arm of Gannon Cook in a bar straight across his back, and he's not sure, doesn't look like he's sure what to do with it. If you were wrestling Zach McCool, I know what you'd do with it. You'd put that thing in a wing and throw Cook to his back, but Montes is just content with hanging on to it. And a good thing for Gannon Cook because Montees had that straight across his back. 14 seconds left, second period. Again, 10-0 lead for Montees over freshman Gannon Cook from East Buchanan. And a Cook 2 minutes away from being dropped out of this tournament. And let's see whose choice. It's going to be Cook's choice. He deferred over. Let's see where you go. You haven't taken Montees down. You haven't ridden Montees. You haven't escaped. They're going to put him back up on top. They're going to put him back up on top. Well, hopefully he's got a turn of some sort. We'll find out. All right, underway. Cook now trying to go to Chalice. He steps inside the left leg of Montees. He steps inside Montees. Now he goes around. He goes under the left arm and around the head, trying to roll him through, set up some back points here. Montees kicks the left leg free. Now Cook finds himself draped around the top of the head of Montees, and a sit-out turning by Montees, and that's going to be a one-point escape. It's 11-0. Now if you're Gannon Cook, you got to look for a throw here. Something to your back. Whatever your victory offense is, there's Gannon Cook with a high crotch and a neck wrench by Montees, has Gannon Cook on his back. And again, I think if Montees doesn't get the fall, it's going to be a tech fall. It's 13-0, and Cook trying to keep that right shoulder up. We'll see if Montees is going after the fall. Cook's going to try to roll through, and 56 seconds left to go. Montees readjusts. He reloads that half Nelson. He scoops that right arm of Gannon Cook. And Cook doing a nice job keeping that right shoulder up. Montees goes to a tee out now, chest to chest. Our official down looking close for the fall. 40 seconds and counting. And once again, our official looking close. Montees is a little bit out of position right now. He's belly to chest. There's the fall in 5:30. Gannon Cook is going to lose by fall in 5:30. So he will get bounced from the tournament. So that will be our first casualty, gentlemen, in our 1A wrestlers. So Gannon Cook losing to Montees by fall in 5:30. So not a bad job. And again, Jamie, you talked about the experience that you grabbed from here. You're only a freshman, qualifying for the state tournament your first time, and coming down here and wrestling two very tough opponents. But again, you can take a lot away from that. So let's take another short timeout while we wait for Jet Kewins to come up at weight class 152. They just started weight class 126, so it'll be 3 or 4 minutes before we're back with another consolation match. Jet Kewins taking on Noah Huber. Stay with us. We'll have it for you, hold by hold, right here from the 1A State Wrestling Tournament, here from the Wells Fargo Arena on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back in. Welcome back in as we get set for consolation round action. Jet Kewins up for the Starmont Stars, and he is going to be taking on Noah Huber from Hudson. Huber is a sophomore at 36-13.
Well, right back on mat number 8. Hopefully this time it'll bring Kewins just a little bit more good fortune, as he went down to defeat to Tucker Black 13-2 about an hour ago. He's going to put on the red leg bands this time, and I'll tell you what, he certainly would like to win this match, keep himself in the tournament. Again, you lose, you go home. You win, you're one of the top 12, and that's a feather in your cap. Huber has very good size for a 152-pounder. Kewins is not the biggest 152-pounder in the world. There's Kewins. He's going to set up a duck under on Huber, and a nice job of movement. Kewins coming out on fire here. And there's the whistle, a short heel pick, ankle pick on the whistle by Kewins, and Huber has to back out. Kewins now on the prowl. Very, very aggressive start in this first period. And we're going to go to the blood corner right now as Kewins, we saw he had a cut.
As we'll have Steve Huber up on mat number 3. as he's taking on Caden Dahl from Linville-Sully. He's a senior at 42-3. A tough draw here for Steve Huber, but he's up. Huber, the junior, at 33-14. So we'll cover that one as Jet Kewins still in the corner, and he's going to come back here. So we will keep track of 2 matches here.
Kewins has, looks like he's got a mat burn on the bridge of his nose, and those are just terribly tough to, once those get opened up, they're just terribly tough to heal in the wrestling season. Almost got to wait for the season to be over. There's a sweep single by Huber. He's in deep on Kewins. Kewins with a hard whizzer. Kewins with a sit back. Now front headlock by Kewins. Let's see if he can turn this into some points. He's going to try to hit that cattle catcher on Huber. Now he drops in on a single. Got to pick that single up. Kewins might have a drive cradle. Now Kewins trying to go behind, and Kewins launches Huber right into the Starmont cheerleaders, and they scramble. Starmont cheerleaders making the trip down, encouraging their young man. Sweep single by Huber. 2-point takedown now on the go behind by Kewins. He goes up 2-0. Good start for the senior from Starmont.
And Huber in a kind of in a precarious situation here. He's got a cradle kind of locked up here, but now he's going to end up underneath and going to give up a 2-point takedown to Dahl, as Huber looked like he might come on top of the cradle there, but he gives up the takedown and trails 2-0 here in the first period. And now Huber on his back, Dahl picking up back points as he's going to come set. Looks like he's going to get 3 near fall, so it's going to be 5-0 in favor of Caden Dahl.
Chicken wing by Kewins, a short sit-out turn-in by Huber. Noah Huber, this is Noah Huber from Hudson, not Steve Huber from Maquoketa Valley. The Jet Kewins is wrestling, and Huber's going to pick up a 1-point escape. And we've got about 8 seconds left to go in this first period. A good period by Kewins. He's going to go up 2-1, and we're going to go to the second period. And let's get the flip of the disc, and it's going to come up red. Let's see what Kewins is going to defer over to Huber, and Huber's going to go down once more. Kewins got just a little impatient with that chicken wing. He needed to flatten Huber out, and then I think he had a chance to run it for some points. All right, there's the whistle to start the second period. And
5-0, Steve Huber up to his feet now, so it's going to be 5-1. 20 seconds left to go in the first period with him and Caden Dahl from Linville-Sully.
Huber now trying another short sit out on Kewins. Kewins is going to step in between the legs of Huber. He's got a drive cradle. Kewins had a drive cradle looking at him right square in the eyes, and he didn't take it. But he steps over, covers the hips of Huber, and now he goes to an inside wrist, double inside wrist. Huber trying to get up on all fours, and Kewins has to get out to the side. He's got a half Nelson with an inside wrist. Kewins trying to drive it forward. Huber coming to a stand-up, and Kewins is going to latch around the waist of Huber. Huber's going to split the hands and pick up a 1-point escape, and now it's tied up at deuces.
And that's going to be another takedown here for Caden Dahl. No, it isn't. That was the end of the first period. Huber's going to go down to start the second. Excuse me.
And Kewins and Huber with another long shot on Kewins. Kewins trying to hang on. That should be fleeing the mat by. Boy, that was fleeing the mat by Huber. No point for Kewins. That was a straight sprint. Kewins was attacking the hips of Huber, and he took off for the edge of the mat. And under a minute left to go. There's a nice high crotch by Kewins. He's in deep. Didn't finish it. Now front headlock by Kewins. And Huber's going to find the edge of the mat one more time. Steve Huber looks like he's got his hands full over there with Dahl.
He does. Still 5-1. 1:20 left to go. Huber up to his feet as they're going to get a potentially dangerous as Dahl came up with that cross body ride and was off the mat. So potentially dangerous. 1:18 left to go second period.
High crotch by Huber on Kewins, and Kewins is going to try to launch Huber, and again got himself in trouble by pulling Huber on top of him, and it's a 2-point takedown now by Huber. Huber goes up 4-2, and Kewins trying to hit that throw. I tried to hit Huber with a pancake, but I'm telling you what, Huber sagged his hips, and that's going to do it. Kewins has got to he's got to choose down. Always going neutral. Kewins is going neutral. Obviously something about Huber that they know we're going to get a caution against Kewens for starting before the whistle. Kewens down by 2. Now he's got to force the tempo just a little bit. He's got to force the issue. It sure would have been nice. There's a nice long shot by Huber. Nice job by Kewens to attack the inside leg. No points there as Kewens trying to keep his toes in bounds there and cover the hips of Huber.
Still 5-1 over here. 34 seconds left to go. Second period with Steve Huber and Caden Dahl. Huber up to his feet again. No return yet. And now he's going to get thrown to his back. It's going to be 3 near fall. It's going to make it 8-1. 20 seconds left to go. I don't think Dahl's going to get the fall here. But Steve Huber in trouble. Is now Dahl going to come on top and try to run a half Nelson, but Huber's going to base out here, and it's going to be 8-1. 5 seconds left to go in the second period. Steve Huber down 8-1.
Kewens going over to the blood corner one more time as that cut on the bridge of his nose opened up. So while he gets his blood taken care of, he's down 4-2, and I think there's about 1:24 left to go in this match. Jamie, it's been a very, very long time since the Starmont Star has advanced to the second day, and Kewens with a great opportunity here, but a nice job by Noah Huber. He's only a sophomore. He's 36-13. He's doing a nice job keeping Kewens out of his offense.
We're going to go to the third period here. Dahl is going to choose down to start this third period and pick up a 1-point escape. So it'll be 9-1 now. We're going to get potentially dangerous. So Steve Huber down 9-1. 1:33 left to go in the match.
1:17 left to go in this match right here. Kewens down 4-2. There's a deep high crotch by Huber. He's in deep. Kewens is going to throw a headlock. Let's see if he can score points out of it. He threw Huber in a headlock. No points yet. Huber's going to come out of the headlock with a 2-point takedown. Boy, oh boy, that was a great headlock by Kewens, and he didn't finish it. He just had it locked up, Zach, and he just relaxed. He needed to curl that head underneath and set his hips, and it would have turned into a 5-point move for Kewens, and he would have been in a great position on top.
Absolutely. He just kind of loosened that grip up once he got him to his side there and didn't quite get it cinched and his head locked underneath it.
2-point takedown over here for Caden Dahl makes it 11-1 now over Steve Huber. Now we're going to get stalling against Huber here. So a warning there. 40 seconds left to go in this match. It's 11-1 in favor of Caden Dahl. A very good wrestler from Linville Sully. Coming into this match, he's a senior at 42-3. I think he gave up a late reversal at the end of that match. Over here in his first round match, he was up and gave up a reversal at the end to lose that match. So that's where we're at right now. 15 seconds left to go, and it looks like Steve Huber's junior season is going to come to an end here.
All right, there's a stand-up by Kewens, and he's going to try to launch Huber again, trying to win with a throw. There's a 1-point escape at 6-3 now with 45 seconds left to go. Kewens is trying to load something up against Huber. Huber's doing a nice job working hand control on Kewens. Kewens has got to keep the pressure on here with the chance to win this match 6-3. Huber now tying up the wrist. There's a long high crotch now by Kewens. Kewens coming with the double underhook on Huber. Huber backing off the mat. I'd like to get a stalling call against Huber. Kewens tries an inside trip on Huber. Now a high crotch by Kewens trying to cut the corner on Huber, and Huber finds the edge of the mat one more time. 16 seconds, I believe, it looks like.
Yep.
Kewens now trying to get a double underhook. 12 seconds left to go. Got to try something. And Noah Huber right here wrestled the match, an awfully good match right there. And 2 seconds left. And caution against Kewens, starting too soon. But you got to try it, and that's going to do it. Kewens is going to lose this match 6-3, and he's going to get knocked from the tournament. Winnable match right there. Kewens once again close. And he's going to get bounced from the tournament. But I'm telling you what, he achieved one of his goals, and that was to get here qualify for the state tournament. One of the goals that he did not complete was winning a match down here and getting on that award stand. But Zach and Jamie, you see that quite often, even with some outstanding wrestlers that we've had down here. You know, you get beat that first round, you get knocked out, and it's awful hard to recover.
It really is, and you know, it's unfortunate because, you know, that, like you mentioned earlier, that was a winnable match there by Jet Kewins, and he had a lead, and unfortunately he lost it and is going to get knocked out of the tournament.
Well, we're going to bump all the way up to weight class 285 and Kyler Schott. So they're the weight class 195 right now. So we'll take another 4 or 5 minute break, and then we'll be back with Kyler Schott, the freshman from North Lynn. See if he can stay in the tournament. We'll have his opponent for you in just a second, but let's take another timeout. We'll be back with more action. You're listening to live hold by hold action from the 2014 state tournament from the Wells Fargo Arena on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back in as we get set for heavyweight consolation round action as Kyler Schott from North Lynn will take on Bryce Brown from Sigourney Keota. He's a junior at 31-5, Schott a freshman at 32-15. Similar body styles here. Schott might be a little bigger.
I was just going to say, Schott will not be outsized in this match right here, but Brown is 31-5, gentlemen, so he must be very, very quick. He's not very big for a 285-pounder. He is a junior. Coming to the state tournament 31-4, losing to Garrett Johnson from Panorama, who is 46-3. So, tell you what, Kyler Schott is deceptive for a freshman. He's got a very good throw by from his feet. And we're going to go off the edge of the mat. He's got a couple of real quick first steps. He's got a really good throw by. And Bryce Brown looking like he might be very quick too for a big guy. 137, staggered stance by Brown. Schott trying to get a hold of him with a hard collar tie. Brown in and out. Schott trying, there's a duck under attempt by Brown, and kind of figure out that's probably what his go-to move is. Trying to get underneath the arms of those wrestlers. He's in on a double. Brown very quick. He went in on a high crotch, and pulled that knee in on Schott, and he's got Kyler Schott going to his back, and Schott now a half Nelson. Schott's going to roll through a reverse half Nelson by Bryce Brown, and we can see why Brown right now is 31-5. He's got a half Nelson in on Kyler Schott. 53 seconds left to go. Brown is going to reload. He's going chest to chest. He's going to tee out on Kyler Schott. Schott's going to find the going just a little bit tough here for a freshman. Again, a high bridge by Schott. He tries to bench press Brown off. And once again, Brown is going to reload that pinning combination. 35 seconds left to go. The freshman from North Lynn trying to wiggle his way out of this predicament and stay in the tournament. 28 seconds left to go. Brown once again in great position. He's got a wide base. He's up on his toes. He's got a half Nelson in with the left hand. Schott trying to bench press him off, trying to get him off with that left hand, with that right hand. There's the fall at 146. Kyler Schott is going to lose by fall in 146, so he will get knocked out of the tournament here. But I'll tell you what, the only freshman in at 285, and Jamie and Zach, we've talked about what an important, just an experience of being down here at the state wrestling tournament and winning a match, or not winning the match, but being in a couple of good matches against some really good competition. You know, again, that's a building block. That's something you can build on for the future.
Roger, it's something like getting your feet wet. That's exactly, you got to get the feel, you got to get underneath the lights, the people in the stands, all that. It's just a different atmosphere than a normal dual meet. Even if the big dual meets, that's still a different atmosphere, so it's good for him to come here and get his feet wet and know what he's got to work for later on down the road.
Well, Kyler Schott will use this as a little bit of motivation. I know he will. That's a very athletic family of fine wrestlers, and he'll go back, he'll regroup, he'll hit the weights, and Jamie and Zach, I got a feeling we'll see him back here next year.
Yeah, you talk about an athletic family. Look who's on the cover of the program here, his brother Brendan. So, you know, a good wrestling family, as you mentioned. As we will do a quick recap here before we sign off for the night. As we start at weight class 106, Brock Henderson from Northland picking up a 6-1 win over Josh Jordan of Iowa Valley in the first round. He'll take on Jordan Schmitz from Don Bosco in the quarterfinals. At weight class 113, Gannon Cook from East Buchanan losing in the first round to Jared Hensley from Bedford Lennox. 7-1 the score there. He then came on the backside and lost by fall to Jose Montes from West Sioux Haywarden. 5 minutes and 30 seconds, so Gannon Cook's tournament is done. At weight class 126, Jared Coyle from Maquoketa Valley with a win. It wasn't easy. He got thrown to his back right away, but he came back and got a 14-11 win over Michael Olson from Lake Mills. He will take on Brady Rudin from Wilton in the quarterfinal round. At weight class 132, we'll keep an eye on Carter Happel from Lisbon. He won by fall in his first round match against Brett Karstens from Coon Rapids Bayard. He'll take on Hunter Washburn. That's a match a lot of people will be keeping their eye on in the quarterfinal round tomorrow. 138, Sawyer Amling from Edco with a 6-4, hard-fought 6-4 win over Derek Bailey from Maple Valley Anton Odo. And he will take on Taylor Lehman in the quarterfinal round from Clarion Goldfield. Weight class 152, Jet Kewins from Starmont goes 0-2 on the day. He lost to Tucker Black from Eddyville Blakesburg in the first round, 12-3. He then lost to Noah Huber from Hudson, 6-3, and has been eliminated from the tournament. Keeping an eye on Marcus Sigworth this week, he won 5-3 over Henry Haglund from Ogden in the first round. He'll take on Tyler Faubert from Eddyville Blakesburg tomorrow. 160 pounds, Steve Huber from Maquoketa Valley goes 0-2 on the day as he lost to Callan Schmelzer from Southwest Valley in the first round. 2:58 the fall time there, then came back and lost an 11-1 major decision against Caden Dull from Linville Sully, so Huber's junior season is done. 195 pounds, Tyler Hoffman from East Buchanan with a fall in 2:35 over Tyler Larson from Nashua Plainfield. He will now take on Matt Montgomery from Lisbon in the quarterfinals. At 220, Ryan Parmalee from Maquoketa Valley was a winner by fall in 2:23 in the first round against Sean O'Neill from St. Albert Council Bluffs. Fall time there, 2:23. Parmalee will now move on and face on Cody Shoup from South Central Calhoun. At weight class 285, Kyler Schott, we just called his last match. He lost in the first round to Landon Paulson by fall in 102. He then came back in that match we just called and lost by fall in 146 to Bryce Brown from Sigourney Keota. And at heavyweight, Tyler Yankovic, the senior from Maquoketa Valley, with a 4-1 win over Cody Thompson, a very good Cody Thompson from Gratinger Terrell. He will now move on to the quarterfinal round and take on Joe Ricker from Mount Ayr, who is a junior at 51-2. Our coverage will continue tomorrow, as starting at 9 a.m. we will have the Class 2A quarterfinals, followed immediately by the Class 3A quarterfinals, and then after the 3A quarterfinals are done, we'll come back with the Class 2A and 3A second round consolations starting at 9 a.m. So we'll have our Class 2A wrestlers and then our Western Dubuque Bobcats in Class 3A starting at 9 tomorrow afternoon. Starting at 3:30, session number 5, we'll have Class 1A quarterfinals and Class 2A semifinals and third round consolations, and then Class 1A second round consolations. And then at session 6 tomorrow night, we'll have our Class 3A semifinals and third round consolations, followed by our 1A semifinals and third round consolations. We talked about that session at 3:30, session number 5. You're going to want to tune in early to that, because singing the national anthem for that is Renee Pins from West Delaware. So she will be singing in that Class 2A session starting at 3 o'clock. That is a 1A and 2A round at 3:30. We'll have Renee Pins on with the national anthem of that one. Guys, the first day of the state individual tournament is in the books, and it was another good one.
Well, it certainly was, Jamie. You know, you always want it to be better, but, we're over 50%, that was a good round by our 1A kids. We were following 11 kids there, and we only had 3 casualties, so we got 8 of them still in the tournament on the front side or the back side, so that's very good. Our 2A guys, I think we only lost 3. We've got 9 out of 12 still in the action, and then in Class 3A, we've got 4 out of 6 still in the action, so a good first day. A lot of sadness. Those guys that got knocked out of the tournament, they're not going to feel very good tonight. It's going to be tough for them to go back to the hotel, and your season's over in some cases. Like Jet Hewins, you're a senior, you put on the singlet one last time, and it didn't finish how you thought it would finish. And but you know what? That's kind of life lesson too. Sometimes things don't go the way that you want them to go, but it's how you react to it. You use that as a learning tool to better yourself and to prepare yourself for later things to come in life. So, a great day, a lot of fun, a lot of good wrestling. But I'll tell you what, there's going to be even better wrestling tomorrow. The intensity level will pick up just a few notches, and we will be right here, Matt's side, to call all the action for
Zachary, last thoughts before we close off the day?
Great day of wrestling right there. They all got some matches underneath them now. Hopefully they come out here tomorrow a little bit better than what we were today. See a little bit more offense, keep moving. But saw a lot of great things. Hopefully they keep it up and can stay on the front side and keep winning on the back side.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. As we sign off, we want to thank all the great sponsors of high school wrestling and postseason wrestling all season long, and our extra tournament sponsors. I want to thank Janelle Tucker for running the boards for us this evening, Rob Edwards this morning getting us going, and this afternoon, Janelle got us going this morning and ended the night with us here as well. So thanks to her and Rob for running it for us this afternoon and this morning and tonight. So I tell you what, a great day of wrestling, and we'll be back with more starting at 9 a.m. For my partners, Roger Reed and Zach McCool, this is Jamie Vasky saying so long from the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. You've been listening to state wrestling coverage on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH. Good night, everybody.